Well, damn. Hey there, guys. This is Slamzaron, aka Tasuke, and the surprises are continuing to come. They keep coming. They're so powerful. This one we were kind of expecting for a while, but it was announced that Spyro the Dragon is actually getting the Insane Trilogy treatment, meaning that it's getting the first the three main, those three original games are getting remasters, and it's called the Reignited Trilogy, and it's coming to I think PS4 and Xbox One and Steam, I believe. It might be coming to PS4 first, I believe. I don't remember because I don't have like the article in front of me. I just have right now this screenshot of Spyro being like, "Sup, I'm Spyro," because that's the one I wanted to use from the uh, trailer. Because there's a trailer and it looks really nice. They've got the music's there. It definitely has a similar feel to the Insane Trilogy in terms of how they like design it a little bit. Like it has like they've like real like up. It's more like a graphic overhaul, and like if they just took the game and just completely, you know, you could think of it two ways. They either took the game engine and just completely stripped it, and then gave it nicer looking models and stuff, or you could take it to where like they got an made like a new engine and whatnot, but they're trying to like make it like the old one or something. Like it from the looks of it, it does look like it's gonna play like what you would expect. Probably gonna play more like Enter the Dragonfly or Hero's Tale, probably, or it's gonna feel like that maybe. Um, or it could just feel like regular Spyro because it's not like it's probably gonna have a little bit more of a flow to it and a smoothness, which will probably slow things down a teensy. But it's still gonna be pretty fun, and it's gonna be Spyro 1, Spyro 2, Riptors of Rage, and Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon, which those are some pretty lit games. I only ever finished the third one, actually, as in actually play it, because the first one I saw that to completion, but I watched Nick play it on my I think we played it on my PS3 because I popped the disc in. I'd only ever gotten as far as like the second to last world. I never actually finished it from my childhood. I know I'm terrible, but I wasn't very good at video games back then. But I have played it, and I saw that ending at least, so I got to at least experience Spyro through my best friend. So, or the ending of Spyro rather. Spyro 2, I got to the final world, but the game froze, and I got mad, so I cracked the disc. And of course, I'm a kid, so you can imagine. Spyro 3, I finished, though. That was with the help of some friends. We kind of played it together, like took turns. So that one might be my favorite. It's either 2 or 3 that's my favorite. Or I don't know. Like I kind of like all three of them. I recently actually got Enter the Dragonfly and A Hero's Tale for my collection. I also got that Shadow Legacy one for the DS because, from what I understood, that was like the last classic Spyro game, even if it wasn't on a console. And frankly, not really like classic Spyro anyway. um, but I'm pumped for this game, man. I was hoping for this, and a lot of people seem to have resonated with this. Um, I think it almost seemed like people kind of wanted this more than the Crash one. I don't know if I want to say that, but I remember uh, even before they teased it, because they did tease it after the Crash one had come out. But I think even after that, I think a lot of people were thinking, like, oh, if they're doing Crash, they should do Spyro, like, because they kind of go hand in hand, not just because they crossed over either, but also because they're sort of a similar one. They're a similar type of game to begin with. Or similar-ish. Personally, I prefer Spyro, but um, you know, but they're sort of like a similar time. I'm kind of getting the impression that like Crash and Spyro kind of represent two different generations of gamers, even though they came out around the same time. I think when Spyro 1 came out, they were on Crash 3, if I'm not mistaken. So Crash did have a couple of games over Spyro, with a third one coming. And I think more people are probably nostalgic for that. Especially given Skylanders. So Spyro's kind of been around. I'd argue that Spyro's kind of dipped away from Skylanders, and Skylanders is almost just kind of become just like this new. I mean, I know he's in it as like a pretty major character. I don't remember who does his voice, but he definitely looks a lot better here than he does in Skylanders. That's for sure. Um, but this game looks freaking lit, man. I'm gonna fucking play this bad boy. I've wanted another. I wanted them to do this. I've wanted them to do a remastered Spyro because I really enjoy those games. I was always more of a Spyro guy over Crash. In fact, I'm even thinking about playing some Spyro after I record this and a couple other things I want to record. But I'm friggin' pumped, dog. This is going to be awesome. Hopefully, if this sells well, they'll maybe make a new Spyro. I think that's kind of the one thing I sort of want from these remasters, like the possibilities of making more with these. Like I know with Dark Souls Remastered, they're obviously not going to be like, oh, if this sells well, we'll make a Dark Souls 4. I mean, they could, but I think in that regard, they're just going to be like, okay, this sold well on Switch. Let's put Dark Souls 2 and 3 on Switch. And then let's do Demon Souls HD. But I think that what I kind of want from from Spyro in particular, I'd love, like, and even Crash as well, I would love, like, because they probably, assuming they didn't just take the game engine and, like, assuming they didn't just take the game engine and put nicer graphics on it, assuming they built the entire thing from the ground up, which is what they said they did for Crash, I assume they're doing the same thing for Spyro. Assuming they have done that, they probably understand what makes those games fun, and they probably understand the formula. So, story might be a bit of a concern, but I feel like they could probably figure that out. Gameplay they would probably have down. So I would love like a new Spyro game. That'd be cool. And hopefully this with the Crash and Spyro, maybe we'll get some more sort of like these animal platforming games remasters. I'm not even gonna get into the Banjo-Kazooie thing. I mean that would be an Xbox One thing, I think. They would that would be more along the lines of that, I think. That's even assuming Microsoft continues, which they might. I think at this point they're just trying to maintain rather than be the number one best, which sometimes that's all you can do. But like if they did like maybe not a complete full graphical remaster, and that's one issue I do kind of have with both this and the Crash one, is that like they're using the term remaster, yet it kind of it's more like a remake. I mean, I know they're not doing anything new gameplay wise. All they're doing is just giving it like a graphical upres. So from that standpoint, it is kind of like a remaster, because in my mind, a remaster is they don't do anything but make the game look nicer. In most cases, an upscale, or in the textbook sense, just an upscale, like what they're doing with something else. Hint, hint. I'm getting to that. I'm really excited about that. But this is almost more like a remake, in a way, or at least a graphical remake. And so because of that, like, I feel like we've kind of, the term remastered has sort of been redefined to mean remake by the public, and I don't really like that, because I feel like that's going to sort of like blur the line of what actually makes a true remake a remake, But, hopefully this will pave the way for like maybe a Tasmanian Tiger HD collection, to get back to the point, on like PS4 or something, because I know they've been doing it on Steam, and I think they have all 3 games on Steam now, like up-resed and like 1080p or something, widescreen as well. So that'd be pretty cool. I'd love to see that on like PS4. I'd probably get that on Switch though, since I got all 3 of them on GameCube anyway. Or a Vex HD, because Vex is probably my favorite 3D platformer, or adventure game, or whatever you want to call it. And it's definitely kind of in a similar vein to all these. It's a little darker and stuff, but I would love an HD, or just a sequel to that, or maybe we'll get Taifu. That'd be awesome. I'd love, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna start rubbing my hands. I don't know if you can move the mic. I don't know if you can hear the rubbing of my hands. I'll try to. You can probably hear the rubbing of my hands. It's alright, I bumped the mic, but I'm freaking pumped for this game. It's gonna be awesome, and hopefully it'll give us more stuff. I'm gonna try and get this day one. It'll be fun to kind of just play around, see everything. I think they're getting a new voice for Spyro. I don't know. Who knows? They might get the first guy who did. I could maybe see them do that. Or that'd be funny if like they don't remaster the audio, but they get all the actors back. So Spyro has two different voices. It's that one producer guy for the first game, and then for the second and third one, it's Tom Kenny. That'd be really funny. Tom Kenny, I actually think does a good Spyro. I mean, he definitely has more, gave him more, a little more personality, because I remember he actually talked more in those games. But I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to this real good dog. It's going to be lit. I'm glad that Spyro's coming back. Hopefully he is back to stay and not just for 3 games. We will see. Another thing I think would be cool if NECA does an action figure of him, because I know they're doing a Crash figure for the Insane Trilogy, and I've been thinking about getting that again, because I had Crash figures. I want to get a tiny figure though, and for Spyro, I've never had a Spyro figure in my entire life. I know they did the plush toys of them. I missed out on that, but I would love a Spyro toy. I know they have the statue, the first 4 figure statue, and that would be pretty cool to have. But if they have like an actual articulated action figure that's something I can afford, that'd be cool. But lots of possibilities. We'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be coming in September, I believe, so it's not too terribly far away. I know it sounds like it's a further away, but it's not too far, especially, time flies by, so quickly, But I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to fucking play this bad boy. It'll be nice to have kind of like an older sort of like chill game, a game I can kind of just sit back and just kind of mess around in and stuff, But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And that's that. So I'll see you guys later. This is Flames Veronica. You just guys signing out. See you later.